Today's video is sponsored by Kunai Threads. Whether it's a Blackbeard playmat, a Shanks shirt, or even a Doflamingo pickleball set, they've got you covered. Use code JohnnyTCG and hit the link in my bio to get 5% off your entire order. Thank you, Kunai Threads, for sponsoring this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Johnny TCG video. I'm Johnny TCG. I'm happy to see you here today, and today I've got some green-yellow Yamato spice for you. Today I've got some matches on the sim against a purple-yellow Nico Robin. Purple-yellow Nico Robin is such an interesting leader. OP09 Nico Robin has become a lot more popular recently, and I think there's a lot of similarities between the two leaders. Yamato has double attack, Nico Robin has banish. Nico Robin has a secondary ability that allows her to ramp. Yamato has the second ability that allows you to attach rest of the Dawn to your characters. They're both 4 life, they're both dual color. Hear me out, they're kind of similar. Now, I already did a deep deck profile with the Yamato list I'm running today. I'll throw that up on screen, boom, and put it in the description and the comments. I would highly recommend checking out that video. But in short, the whole point of this deck is just to swing big at your opponent, rest their blockers, swing big, swing fast, get lucky with triggers, and then of course, finish them off with a Hody Jones, one of the best finishers in the game. I don't think I need to go over this deck again. If you have questions on the deck though, definitely leave them in the comments down below and I would love to give them an answer. Before we get into the gameplay, we do have a custom Dawn giveaway in today's video. Today we're going to be giving away a custom Straw Hat Pirates Dawn. Throw it up on screen editor, boom. This is mainly a Luffy Dawn, but it does have other characters on it. As you can see, it's colorful, it's shiny, it's got this cool sparkling holographic detail on it. Check it out. Who doesn't want a free Dawn? All you have to do to win this Dawn is 1, leave a like, and 2, leave a comment. It's as simple as that. If this video gets 15 likes in the first 24 hours, I will choose one random commenter and send them this completely free. US only, unfortunately. I do not own the art. This is from the Colorwalk illustrations. Ichiro Oda did, so I am not the artist. I am not selling this. This is just a fun personal project of mine. If you want to win it, it's that simple. 1, leave a like, and 2, leave a comment. If you feel so inclined, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. It helps the channel grow. It means a lot to me, and I'll love you forever. Okay, that's a little bit dramatic. Now, with that, let's keep it short, editor. Roll the gameplay. In our first game, our opponent is going to choose the turn order and choose to go first. This first hand is kind of interesting. I decide to mulligan it and get into an even worse hand. We do have the Onami, which we really like. We have the 2K Izo, and then a couple of zero-cost counter events. Those will definitely come in handy, as I do not want to take hits to my life from their leader. We've got nothing to do turn 1, so we'll pass it back to them. Now, the question is, if they swing at me for 8,000, do I counter out of it, or do I just take the hit? Hopefully they don't do that. I think that's probably the best play for Nico Robin for the most part. When they have 3 Dawn, it's just to throw Dawn on their leader and swing big at us. They're just going to swing 6,000 at us, which we will happily counter out of that. That is great news for us. With their remaining 2 Dawn, they're going to play down the Shirahoshi blocker. That 2-cost blocker is going to be really good for them in this matchup. We are just going to swing big into them and force them to use that Shirahoshi blocker, unless they'd rather take a double attack, which I can't imagine they want to do this early in the game. They will in fact block with the Shirahoshi and we'll just pass it back to them. They're going to be at 6 Dawn. They could play down the 6-cost Nico Robin. They will not play that card though. They will give 2 Dawn to their leader and swing 7,000 at us. 7,000 is a little bit of an awkward number, but we do have the You're the One Who Should Disappear in our hand. I don't think it would be a bad idea to use that along with a Hody Jones to get out of this. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the You're the One Who Should Disappear and the Hody. It does feel a little bit bad getting rid of the Hody Jones just because that card can be so clutch, and especially late game if they leave a Dawn up for Gum Gum Giant or have blockers up, it could win us the game, but I decide it is not worth taking the banished life. Hopefully I'll draw into another one. We're going to start off with a 6,000 swing into their leader with our leader. They don't have a lot of cards in hand, so they're bound to give us one of these eventually. They do have 3, and they do have the 2K. That's all right. Now I'm thinking we do Nami and trash the Electrical Luna to pop their Kikinojo. Off Nami's ability, we do get to draw a card, which is wonderful, and because we still have 4 life, the Kikinojo does not heal them a life, which is huge. They are at 9 Dawn, though. That ramp was fast. We could see a big body here. And they do have the 7-cost Sanji to play out. They're going to be able to rest our Nami. They will probably swing into it and clear it. That's going to make things a little bit awkward for us. We do have the counter to save this Nami, but at what cost? We really want to go down to 0 cards in hand, hypothetically. We are going to trash a You're the One Who Should Disappear and the Izo 2K. Now they're going to swing 7,000 into us with the Nico Robin, and we will just take that, keeping the Nami alive. Unfortunately, that was a Kikunojo. So it stinks to see that go without activating its trigger. Now I'm going to want to clear their Sanji off the board this turn, but I also want to do an Onami play. We're going to put Banish on our leader and swing 9,000 at them. That's going to hit. They trash a Dareshi from their life, which is huge, and a Kikunojo. Now we're going to be able to use our leader ability, which is why I wanted to swing at their life first, and then we're going to swing 9,000 with Nami into the Sanji. We get that off the board, and we are in a great position. They are at 10 Don. They could play a big boss monster like Portgas Diaz or a Yamato to pop one of my characters. They're going to start by putting 1 Don on their leader and swing 6,000 at us. I think we should give them the 2K here and not have to deal with a Banish attack. That's at least how I felt in hindsight. But in the moment, I did let it go through, and we lost the 2-cost Shirahoshi blocker. That card is so nice. Sad to see it go. Now they've got a 9-cost Luffy that they're going to swing 10,000 into our Nami. We've got to let that go. And the tides of this battle have definitely changed. Now they've got a big body. All we've got is an Onami. That is the blessing and the curse of this leader, is that we don't really worry about developing a board. We are just trying to swing big and fast and tall. We actually have a shot to go for game right here. We're going to throw a bunch of Don on our leader and then just swing big into them. Hypothetically, if this hits, we could just throw the rest of our Don on Onami and swing big and hopefully go for game. This is going to hit. The first one doesn't have a trigger. Does the second one have a trigger? Moment of truth. Drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen. And it is a Nico Olivia trigger, which lets them draw 3 and then trash 2, I believe. So that will help facilitate their hand and probably look for some 2K counters and some healers that they will need. With no life left and 5 cards in hand, I just say screw it and throw the rest of my Don on Onami and swing 12 or 10,000 at them. My other option really was playing down the Satori and potentially leaving my Onami active and my Satori active, hoping that I could go for game next turn and have a better shot with more characters available. But with 5 cards in hand, I say, why not? Let's go for it. Nico Robin does run a lot of bricks, like just all the top end basically. So I don't think this is crazy of me. They do have the 0-cost event to get them to 8,000. Do they have any more counter? And they actually have another You're the One Who Should Disappear, bringing them to 11,000. 1 card in hand, now 2 after that draw. The moment of truth. What could they possibly have? Did they draw what they needed? 10 Don to work with. If they heal here, we are going to be in trouble. They do with the Yamato, popping our Onami. Now, unless we top deck a Hody Jones, I think we just lose this one. 6,000 at us with Banish. I think we should counter out of this with Satori. We are really afraid of that Banish, so we do not want that to go through. We're hoping for a life-saving trigger right here. I actually don't think they should swing with Monkey D. Luffy here. If they do, they risk letting me get a trigger body, and it's like they could hear my mind. They decide not to swing with the Monkey D. Luffy, which is the right play, I'd say. Unfortunately, I have divine luck. I have the divine spirit. I have the heart of the cards, and we did draw the Hody Jones. Hody Jones is the perfect card in this situation, basically the only card that could win me this game. We also needed them to get unlucky and not have any life-saving trigger at the bottom of their life. They just concede before I can swing the lethal swing with Hody Jones. I hit him with the GG, and I am trying to run that back. This is a really unique matchup. I definitely got a little lucky there, as I tend to do. They're going to be able to choose the turn order again. We are going to be going second. I'm going to keep this hand. I do like the Shirahoshi, some 2Ks, and a You're the One Who Should Disappear. We're just going to throw down the Shirahoshi and pass it back to them. Now they've got 3 down to work with. It's going to be like last time. They're going to swing 6,000 at us, use leader ability to ramp, and then we can just give them a 2K here, and we'll give them the Capone Beige. Now 2 down up, they're going to play a Shirahoshi. I have Deja Vu, ladies and gentlemen. 4 down to work with. No real clear best plays. I think we're just going to go same thing as last time and just swing big with the Yamato. They will take this one. They're not going to use their Shirahoshi blocker. Do they have a trigger? They do get the Dareshi trigger, which allows them to draw 1 card. Now they're going to be at 6 down this turn. We'll see what they have. Nico Robin recently got a top 32, I believe, or maybe it was even top 16 in the big regional tournament that just took place in Mexico City. For 3 down, they're going to play the Dareshi, draw 2 cards. Off the Dareshi, they do find the Jaguar D Saw from OP09 and the Beige. They're going to swing 5,000 at us using leader ability to get a Rested Dawn. They're trashing the Beige. This we've definitely got to counter out of. No way we should take a 5,000 swing from their leader. We're actually going to over counter a little bit and give up the 2k Dracula Mihawk. The reason we do that is the Nami actually does have some utility with her effect. I'm thinking I might use it right now and pop the Jaguar D Saw. And then maybe trash the Electrical Luna off of it. It wouldn't be bad to establish a body and swing at their life. They do have that Shirahoshi blocker, which is a little bit pesky right now. I want to get that out of the way so I can use an Onami leader swing and swing huge at their life. I think we're going to go with the Nami route this turn though, trash the Electrical Luna, pop the Jaguar D Saw. We get to draw a card, which is a Shirahoshi blocker, which is a great card to find, and then swing 6,000 at their life. I bet they've got a 2k for me. There's no way they're going to take this and go down to 0. They do have the 2k Nico Olivia, so I'm just going to have to pass it back to them. They've got 9 down to work with this turn. I'm telling you, this leader can be really hard to compete with because they just ramp so fast. 5,000 at us. I don't really want to get rid of any of the cards in my hand. Maybe that Shirahoshi might be the best play. We decided to take the hit, and it is a You're the One Who Should Disappear. That stinks to lose that off the top of our life. They're going to have the Yamato to pop our Nami. That feels bad, man. Now I'm thinking we just swing really big with our leader, 9,000 at them, and then play down the Kikunojo with our remaining Don. Of course, they get the Kikunojo trigger off the top life. What did they get off the second life? Do they have a second trigger? Please tell me they don't. The fact that they took that tells me that they definitely have a card that's going to be able to heal them when I pass it back to them. Probably a Portgas Diaz. They do get to the You're the One Who Should Disappear trigger. That is tragic. What comes around goes around. I got lucky, and now they are getting lucky with that extra life. I might not actually survive this turn. It is possible I lose if they have maybe a 7-cost Sanji. That would be devastating. They are going to go with another Yamato play and pop my Kikunojo. And now I think we are in a pretty rough spot. They're going to start off with a 6,000 power swing from leader, and we've got a counter out of this. We are going to give them the 2k. They're going to swing 6,000 with Kikunojo. We'll take. We're hoping for a trigger. Flame Split actually comes in handy. We're able to rest the Shirahoshi. Hypothetically, we could go for game this turn. It is probably a little bit ill-advised and risky, but we could swing with Yamato and then throw down on Shirahoshi and swing with her as well. We are going to use the Frankie trigger just to draw a card, see what we can get. I guess a Hody would be our best bet to win. Unfortunately, we do not have the Hody. Now we're going to go for it. I think we're going to go Onami, give our leader banish, and then potentially swing big with our Shirahoshi blocker. It's definitely a Hail Mary, and I could be playing this turn more conservatively. Hope that maybe I have a helpful trigger in my life. Maybe play down the Shirahoshi this turn and try to clear maybe their Yamato with my leader. Have 2 blockers up. That doesn't sound too bad. We're not going to swing at the Yamato though. We're going to swing big into life. I feel like there's no way they're going to have the counter for this. We send 2 cards to the trash. Frankie and a Jaguar D Saw. That is huge. We're going to leave 1 Don up potentially if we get something out of life. 2 Shirahoshi blockers. I think we just lose this. Especially if they have like a 7-cost Sanji, but you never know what we get out of life. That's the thing with yellow decks, is you can never guarantee victory or guarantee defeat until the very last moment. They're going to start off with a 5,000 swing from their leader. Oh, I spoke too soon. Yep, a 5,000 swing from their leader. I am going to give them the 1k counter with Nami. That is an easy counter for me to do. Now they're going to swing 6,000 with Kikunojo, and I'm actually going to take that. We get the Beige trigger, which is huge. We use that on one of the Yamatos. Now they're going to swing 9,000 at us with the other Yamato, and we get another Beige trigger. They do have the Portgas Diaz, but we do have a blocker for it, and now we are in an interesting spot. We top deck the Straw Sword so we can rest their Shirahoshi blocker, and we can actually go for game this turn, which is pretty crazy. We're going to start off by swinging. I think swinging with our Onami is the better idea just because you don't know what kind of triggers they could possibly have. We can swing with the Onami, and then we can swing with our leader. We could even swing with the Shirahoshi if we really need it. I'm debating on what the exact number to do is. We're going to go 8,000 with Onami into their life. Do they have it? They've got 4 cards in hand. There is a decent chance they could possibly have it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this turn. Should I have divvied up my Don a little bit differently, maybe swung for 7 instead? I could put Don on my Shirahoshi blocker too and swing for 5,000 with that, but I think if this hits, then 10,000 with my leader is the way to go. Unfortunately, they do have the counter for this. They do go down to just 1 card in hand, so there is still a chance I win. We go 5,000 with Shirahoshi. If Shirahoshi lands this attack, that would be crazy. And they do have the 1k counter with Sanji. That's going to be game. GG's. The last card in their life didn't have any counter, so we were really 1k. That was a great game though. I tried to do the rematch, but they disconnected before we could finalize it. GG's. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the games I got for you today. I wish we could have gotten a third one in there and see who would have won the best 2 out of 3. I do think Nico Robin is probably a better leader, at least in this matchup, since we're a leader that really likes triggers. Nico Robin being able to banish some of them just really hurts. I think they're both good leaders in their own ways. I had a ton of fun in this matchup. Honestly, Nico Robin can be a little bit annoying to play against just because she's so strong, being able to ramp into big bodies and then also banish your cards. She's just a great deck. I had a ton of fun playing her. I actually did a video on a Nico Robin deck as well. I'll throw it up on screen there. Boom. Consider taking a look at that if you're interested in the leader. If you made it this far in the video, you are a real one. If you want to win the custom Luffy down card, all you have to do is 1, leave a like, and 2, leave a comment. If you've made it this far, you probably know this already. You're probably tired of me yapping. Consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm going to consider being quiet now. Have a great rest of your night. It's late here. Yeah, peace. It's late and I'm rambling. Good night, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe.